To be honest with you, it's like what everybody wants to do. If you're a jump tamer, that's where you want to win races. And like to win one race at Cheltenham is fantastic. It's just, and especially if you're lucky enough to get one early in the week, it's great because it sort of takes the bump out of the week then, and you're able to enjoy the week after that. But it's a very frustrating place, Cheltenham, because there's quite a lot of pressure with it, you know. No, I don't think the ground was against him. He just didn't get home last year in the Gold Cup. Like he travelled well behind the leaders, down to behind what turned out to be first and second, down to the straight, and he was going every bit as well as them at that stage. But he didn't get home from there, and like that's cause for a worry to run in the Gold Cup again and take on the same horses again. I know he's a year older, but the Gold Cup is run over 3 miles, 2.5 furlongs, and whereas you have a horse that stays 3 miles quite well, he doesn't necessarily stay the extra 2.5 furlongs. And for that reason, we are seriously thinking of running him in the Ryanair. Yeah, well, he was very good in his first run. Probably as this competition mightn't have been as strong as you'd I think it would need for a Grade 1.
Margin 2 coming to it now. Road to Respect has plenty of time to organise it, does it well, and as they head up towards the line in the 20th running of the JNWine.com Chase, it's a 7th success for Jigginstown. It's 6 on the row, and it is Road to Respect going one better than he did last year. Sean Flanagan, Jigginstown House and Noel Meade take the JNWine.com Chase with Road to Respect. Brave.
At Christmas he was a bit unlucky. I don't know whether he'd have won or not, but he would have been very close had he not slipped twice after the after the fourth last or third last. He slipped, and then he slipped again, and then when he came around the bend, he didn't get a great lot of luck into the straight either. So I think he certainly, look, if he didn't win, he was going to be very close. He was going to be very close. Maybe Ken Boy had the run of the race and he would have beat him anyway, but he would have been close. So that was a very good run. And the last day, to be honest, his jumping let him down. He didn't jump well enough to win, and he just made those couple of mistakes at the wrong time, and well, at any time it's a bad thing in a Grade 1, but he just made mistakes, and you can't do that and win, you know.
Off the final bend, one fence left to jump, and it's Road to Respect being asked to try and stretch on from Bell's Hill on the near side, and third is the Storyteller coming down to the final fence in the Unibet Irish Gold Cup, and Road to Respect is over a couple of lengths in front of Bell's Hill, who's trying to renew his effort on the outside. The pair, there's nothing between them. They're inside the final 150 yards. They're head to head. Bell's Hill on the near side of Road to Respect. They go to the George. Oh, Bell's Hill and Road to Respect.
No, I think the Gold Cup this year is a very, very competitive race. The trip over there, over the 2.5 in the Ryanair, 2.5 in the Ryanair, I think might suit him a little bit better at that level. He's won over that distance at the track, albeit in a handicap. I still think he might be just a little bit more competitive at that level this year, maybe, you know.
Yeah, I think he'll probably run the Pertemps. He's in the Albert Bartlett as well, but I think he will probably run in the Pertemps. He will probably be 5 date for the Albert Bartlett as well, and we'll probably make a decision closer to the time when we have to. But he's in good shape. He's a stayer. He's not a quick horse. He just keeps galloping, and I think he'll go for all miles. So, but he's in good form. Yeah, Valju might be, he will be again put in the 5 days for the Ballymore, and we'll see if he got soft ground, real soft ground. He worked yesterday in Navan on soft ground, and he was a different horse. So because he didn't run at all in Leopardstown, I think the ground in Leopardstown was just too quick for him. So there's a possibility now he might run there. Well, it's better than going in off a long bad spell to be going in with winners. You know, it builds everybody's confidence up, the people in the yard and jockeys and me and everybody. You think you're doing something right when they're winning. So it's a nice way to go. Doesn't always work, mind you, but it's a nice way to go.